John Husted. Sir, it's good to see you and meet you for the first time. Before we get to policy, let's talk about a political system that I believe is failing our people. As you heard in the preamble, Democrats have been busy calling you, your party, and those enforcing U.S. laws, let's see, slave patrols, Nazis, brown shirts, fascists, and the list goes on. And as we've been seeing with the Kirk assassination, the attack on the Dallas facility, among myriad other violent attacks from the left, that dehumanizing campaign, that rhetoric, is getting people killed. In your view, Senator, has your party done enough to unify in opposition to the road the Democrats have put this country on?
Well, I think there's a wake-up call where we're basically saying, look, we fought back the defund the police effort and trying to control crime in our communities. But the open borders that happened under Joe Biden, which is forcing ICE to do their jobs, to enforce the law. And then you have Democrats who are besmirching their reputations, putting ICE agents in danger by trying to call them out, telling them that they can't wear masks to protect their identities. And now you see this attack on an ICE facility. And so I know that voters around the country, people of Ohio, where I represent, that they're fed up with what's happening, and they expect us all to push back more, to protect law enforcement, protect the men and women in blue, and particularly the ICE agents who are literally enforcing the law that the Biden administration refused to enforce, that brought millions of people into this country illegally. We need to protect ICE. We need to push back.
I have been asking your GOP colleagues about your party expelling from Congress a Republican accused of a white-collar crime, but not moving against a Democrat like LaMonica McIver, who is also indicted with violence against ICE agents. It seems your party doesn't want to do anything about her. But I'd like to drill down deeper if I could. As you may have heard, a Democrat by the name of Delia Ramirez went onto foreign soil and she said, quote, "I'm a proud Guatemalan before I'm an American," end quote. Two-part question for you here, Senator. I think having politicians serving in Congress, this is me now, who are serving other countries first is a red line for me. I say it's a traitorous sentiment and should not be tolerated anywhere in government. You tell me, where am I going wrong?
Well, I don't think you're going wrong at all. I honestly, if you represent the American people should be your priority. That's what the America First agenda is about. It's not the Somali agenda. It's not the Guatemalan agenda. It's not the Russian agenda. It's the American agenda. It's the American people that you should support first. And if you refuse to do that, I hope that the voters of those particular congressional districts would vote them out. But otherwise, I hope that their colleagues would censure them and make sure that it's very clear that you have to support the agenda of the American people, not the agenda of other countries.
Right, right. Well, you know what? That's the second part of my question. Let's just say there's a majority in a district that wants to vote in somebody who is dedicated to a foreign nation. Do you think that you folks in Congress should embrace them with open arms? Hey, this person says they serve another country. We should welcome them because they got voted in their particular district. Do you think it's appropriate to have somebody dedicated to a foreign nation serving in the U.S. government? Is that acceptable to you, or do you think to your party?
Well, I don't think it should be acceptable to any American to have a representative Congress that would prioritize another country's interests over our own. When you take the oath of office, you dedicate yourself to committing to uphold the Constitution, the laws of the United States of America, and supporting your allegiance to the United States of America. That means that any allegiance you have to another place is second place. And frankly, to have anyone say something like that, I hope would disqualify him in the eyes of the voters.
Out of the politics, President Trump unveiled that the United Nations was using our money, our taxpayer dollars, to facilitate the massive illegal alien invasion teed up by President Otto Penn. Should the Congress be forcing we taxpayers to fund an organization that is openly harming our people?
Absolutely not. That's why we did the rescissions package that President Trump sent to remove a lot of the funding from these NGOs who were doing things that were not in the interest of America. Transgender surgeries in Guatemala, funding some of these NGOs who were doing things that are out of bounds. And frankly, we should take a deeper look at it. And if we find more, we should repeal that funding, make sure that they never get an American dollar to do something that's not doing that's in the best interest of the American people and doing the bidding. Anything that's not doing the bidding of the American government, we should not be using taxpayer dollars to fund it.
You are championing a new bill to empower parents and protect children from these chatbots, these AI chatbots. You know, we actually put this front and center a couple of weeks ago right here on this program. Tell me about how this law is going to work. What is it going to do to safeguard, empower parents and safeguard our kids?
Well, we saw the horrors of social media and what they did to our kids. Well, now we have AI chatbots in which 70% of children, teenagers say they've already had a relationship with an AI chatbot. We just want parental protection. We don't want teenage children to have access to chatbots that are exposing them to online content, giving them suggestions of suicide, to commit suicides, things like that. We want to have parental notification, parental permission before anyone under 18 gets online with a chatbot. And remember, what we're trying to do in the digital world is the same thing we do in the physical world. We don't let young people buy alcohol, go to casinos, buy pornography. We shouldn't have access to those things in the AI world.
Ohio Senator John Husted, I think I got your state wrong off the top. It's great to meet you, sir. I hope you can come back on soon. I enjoyed the conversation. Thank you.